When we were children, most of us dreamed of being able to one day ride the largest and most spine-chilling roller coaster at our local theme park. But how many of us dreamed of riding the fastest roller coaster in the world? Numerous incredibly fast roller coasters can be found in several theme parks located in many different countries, but only one can be considered the fastest in the world. So stick around for number 1 and find out how fast a roller coaster can truly go. Trust us, it's fast. Number 10. Tower of Terror 2 is located at Dream World and is considered to be the fastest roller coaster in the entire country of Australia. This coaster was built with a track that hovers just 3 to 5 meters above the ground, but shoots guests over 38 stories into the sky. The ride takes place on 330 meters of track, but many claim that the ride feels much larger than it truly is, and it's large enough already. Now, the maximum speed of this machine is about 100 miles per hour, with it being able to reach its top speed in just a handful of seconds. This coaster uses a linear motor system, which is vastly different from the chain-like mechanisms that power most roller coasters that we see today. This unique design allows the ride to remain extremely smooth while achieving its top speed in such a quiet manner. This ride is certain to make the hair on the back of your neck stand up, even though the entire ride takes place in just 28 seconds. Now, if you're ever visiting Queensland, Australia, visiting Dream World to ride the Tower of Terror 2 is an absolute must. Number 9. Nagashima Spa Land, located in Japan, may not sound like a theme park at all. However, it is home to the world's longest roller coaster on record. Steel Dragon 2000 isn't only known for its ridiculously fast speeds, but also for the fact that a single ride can take guests upwards of 4 minutes to complete. For anyone who has a fear of roller coasters, Steel Dragon 2000 would be an utter nightmare. The climb to the highest point of the ride is estimated to take around 2 minutes just on its own, but the drop reaches its completion in only a matter of seconds. The top speed of this coaster is about 95 miles per hour and is achieved within the first couple of minutes of the ride. This coaster has become extremely popular in Japan, but it was designed and built by a man from California. Number 8. Kingda Ka is a popular roller coaster located in Six Flags Great Adventure in New Jersey. At the time of its construction, this roller coaster was said to have been the tallest and second fastest roller coaster to ever be built. This coaster has proven to be a staple for Six Flags over the years, with many guests visiting the park with the sole purpose of riding Kingda Ka. However, the ride does have a somewhat dark history behind it. In 2005, a bolt on the ride failed, causing serious issues with the travel cables that control the carts. This friction sent shards of metal flying into the air, which then showered down on a guest. The mechanical issues were taken care of and the ride soon reopened. However, following this incident, the ride was once again shut down after being struck by lightning in 2009. Finally, in 2012, a young boy was taken to the hospital after being severely injured by a bird that was flying in the path of the coaster. He did manage to make a full recovery, and the ride safety measures were questioned due to the incident, but very little could be done to prevent wildlife from flying overhead. Over the years, many safety adjustments have been made to the ride, and it is currently fully operational and remains one of the largest attractions at Six Flags of New Jersey. Considering its top speed is estimated to be around 128 miles per hour, it's easy to see why guests are so eager to ride Kingda Ka. Number 7. Fury 325 is known for being nearly equivalent to Steel Dragon 2000. Both rides are extremely long, but Fury 325 is about 25% shorter, well, in terms of distance. Fury is a bit taller than Steel Dragon, but this coaster makes an almost vertical fall after climbing to its highest point. Reaching speeds of 95 miles per hour, this ride is every bit as intense as Steel Dragon, with many guests saying that it is far more terrifying than its sister coaster. This coaster was built in 2015 and can be found at Carowinds in Charlotte, North Carolina. It is considered to be one of the fastest and tallest roller coasters in America and was built alongside 12 other roller coasters that can also be found at Carowinds. Number 6. Superman Escape from Krypton is, well, as you might expect, a Superman-themed roller coaster. It can be found at Six Flags Magic Mountain in Valencia. It is a steel shuttle roller coaster that was built similarly to the Tower of Terror 2. Many have described this coaster as being more of a free-fall ride than a roller coaster, but that doesn't change the fact that this coaster is remarkably fast, reaching speeds of 100 miles per hour. However, it's the G-force of this ride that makes it so thrilling, as it has an estimated G-force of 4.5. That's 3 times greater than the fastest coaster in the world. Number 5. Millennium Force is a massive roller coaster in Ohio located at Cedar Point. This coaster was built to be so incredibly tall at the time of its launch that it inspired an all-new category of roller coasters to be created, now known as the Giga Coaster. This coaster measures over 310 feet tall and was one of the first coasters to ever be created utilizing a new type of elevator lifting mechanism, which was designed to replace the classic chain-driven lifters that are seen on most modern roller coasters. Millennium Force is known to reach speeds that exceed 93 miles per hour, making it one of the fastest roller coasters in the world. It has been wildly reported that many guests who ride Millennium Force experience blackouts while riding due to the massive adrenaline rush that is associated with it. Unlike many other coasters, Millennium Force never causes guests to lift out of their seats or even travel upside down. It's simply an incredibly fast roller coaster that can offer the thrill of a lifetime. Number 4. Millennium Force isn't the only Giga Coaster on this list. No, King's Dominion, located in Virginia, is home to the Intimidator 305. This ride was named after the late NASCAR driver Dale Earnhardt, who tragically lost his life while racing at the Daytona 500 in 2001. Dale Earnhardt became one of NASCAR's most well-known drivers and developed a massive fan base that far surpassed the NASCAR fan base and extended into popular culture in America. Dale was always remembered for being an extremely aggressive driver, despite his many charitable efforts and good intentions. This earned him the nickname, the Intimidator. This ride certainly lives up to the precedent that Dale set on the track, as this coaster is equally aggressive and terrifying. The Intimidator puts many other coasters to shame, as it has an initial drop of over 85 degrees. Now, it may not be the fastest coaster on this list, but it is certainly one of the most intense, as a drop like this causes many riders to feel as though they are plummeting face first toward the ground below. This ride has left many of its occupants breathless and in shock, as the G-force of such an incredibly sharp drop is unimaginable on the human body. If you're looking for a serious thrill, King's Dominion is the place to be. Number 3. Do-Dodonpa is a Japanese roller coaster that is said to be able to reach speeds of 120 miles per hour. However, the coaster was forced to be throttled to 110 miles per hour to keep its rubber tires from exploding due to the intense speed. This coaster was made available to the public back in 2001 when it set 2 separate world records. At the time of its construction, it was both the fastest roller coaster in terms of speed and acceleration. These records have now been passed on to other coasters, but for a brief moment in time, Do-Dodonpa was the first recognizable coaster in the world. Number 2. Top Thrill Dragster is another roller coaster located at Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. Much like its sister coaster Millennium Force, Top Thrill Dragster was built around a race car theme because of its crazy fast speeds, yet relatively safe turns and loops. This ride can reach an impressive 128 miles per hour in just a few short seconds. This type of acceleration speed is almost unheard of in a roller coaster and causes many guests to immediately fear for their lives. Many visitors have compared Top Thrill Dragster to Kingda Ka, as the two have relatively similar shapes, sizes, and layouts. However, Top Thrill Dragster is voted by many as the superior coaster, as it is much smoother than Kingda Ka. In recent years, Cedar Point is shaping up to be one of the most promising roller coaster parks in the country. The park is strongly recommended by many of its visitors, and the owners are constantly looking for new ways to improve their rides or build new ones. Number 1. Last but certainly not least, the fastest roller coaster in the world tops out at 149 miles per hour and is known as Formula Rossa. This coaster is a marvel of modern engineering, not only because of the incredible speed this coaster can produce, but also because it can reach that speed in just 4.9 seconds. Now that's faster than several supercars. Formula Rossa reaches 171 feet tall and pumps out a massive 1.7 Gs. Once again, that is a higher G-force than most supercars, which usually only reach around 1.2 Gs. This ride is also quite interesting because it was built to be both indoors and outdoors. The ride begins inside of the theme park, travels through a dome, then heads outside the park for higher speeds. It travels through numerous twists, turns, and loops before making its way indoors once more and coming to a rest near the loading station. The ride is designed to look like an extremely long Ferrari. Considering that the ride is located at Ferrari World in the United Arab Emirates, the speed of this coaster is so fast that guests are given safety goggles to wear so that their eyes aren't exposed to desert sand, bugs, or dust that may be present during the outdoor portion of the ride. This ride is truly a sight to behold and has rightfully earned its name as the fastest roller coaster in the world. Which of these coasters are you most excited to ride? Have you visited any of these roller coasters before? If so, let us know in the comments. Also, don't forget to click that like button and hit that bell if you're as big of a roller coaster fan as we are.